You're considered to have one of the competitive districts. How's it going right now?
I feel very good. You know, this is a district Joe Biden won by 10 points. There's 80,000 more Democrats than Republicans. It's home to the Clintons, so certainly not a Republican bastion. But I've been rated the fourth most bipartisan member of Congress by the Lugar Center. We've passed nearly a dozen bills through the House, including getting 4 signed into law focused on Israel, Iran, common sense gun safety measure. I've been able to bring back $38 million to the district and, you know, work across the aisle to get major things done. So I'm proud of the record I'm running on. The polling looks good heading into the final stretch here.
And you're actually running an ad right now centered around IVF. Let's run that right now.
I'm Mike Lawler. When my wife Donna and I decided to start our family, we thought it would be easy.
It wasn't.
And that's why I'm fighting so hard to protect access to IVF treatments for every woman who needs them. There can be no place for extremism in women's health care, from the left or the right. So let me be clear. I will never support a national abortion ban. I'm Mike Lawler, and I approve this message.
So that's interesting, Congressman. Back in February, of course, Tom Suozzi, the Democrat, went on offense on immigration and managed to win the seat, giving the kind of playbook to Democrats in New York. Are you giving a playbook to Republicans both in New York and perhaps in California, where the House might, you know, be decided to how to run on this issue that Donald Trump doesn't seem to have figured out how to run on?
Look, absolutely. I think people want reasonableness. They're tired of extremism. Part of the reason that I've been successful in 2-to-1 Democratic districts in the state assembly and now in Congress is because I go into every community and I talk to voters about the issues that matter. And, you know, inform them of where I stand on the issues and why. I've been very clear. I support protections for IVF, access to contraception. I'm against a national abortion ban. I have always supported exceptions for rape, incest, the life and health of the mother. And I think people really just want a reasonable conversation on this. For me, this issue is somewhat personal. My wife and I suffered a miscarriage in 2020. You feel that loss. You don't forget that loss. And I think, you know, I understand for everyone, this is a personal issue. It's an emotional issue. Nobody has an abortion cavalierly. This is something that obviously is deeply personal. And so when we engage on the conversation, I think a big part of it is just trying to understand where each other is coming from and come to a reasonable approach.
Mika's at 30 Rock, and she has a question for you.
I'm just curious if you think Congress should play a role in this, because I fully understand where you're coming from and appreciate your coming on the show to share your beliefs here. I don't think your speaker has the same beliefs, and I don't think he thinks Congress should play a role in this. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, one of the first things I did after the Alabama court decision on IVF was sign on to Susan Wild, a Democrat from Pennsylvania, her bill to codify IVF protections into law. I think there's broad bipartisan consensus on IVF protections. I've also introduced a bill to provide tax credits for those who are trying to use IVF to get pregnant and start a family of their own, as well as a bill to force insurance companies to provide coverage. I think generally, you know, when it comes to the issue of abortion, obviously, you know, the country is deeply divided on this. There's not as much consensus as I think there is for IVF in terms of federal protection. But ultimately, you know, a state like New York, the decision is settled, and I'm not pushing to change it, and it's not going to change. And I think in the states where people are pushing for abortion bans, it's going to backfire. We've seen what's happened in Kansas and Kentucky and Michigan, and it has failed because that's not where most people are. They want a reasonable discussion on this. They don't want extremism. They don't want an absolute ban. They also don't support late-term abortion. Most people, I think, do believe the first trimester is reasonable. But that, again, will be decided by the people in these states. And I caution my colleagues and those that are pushing for an abortion ban. It's not going to work, and it's actually going to backfire.